Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the internet. It's Typic Productions here. Today, I'm going to go over the 2023 Conference Championships for college football season. A lot of potentially good games. Georgia and Bama and Atlanta, and I'm going to the game, so go Dogs. Liberty and New Mexico State is the first one to come on tonight. I'll talk about that game later. Toledo, and I think Miami, Ohio. Louisville and Florida State, which I think will be a really good game. Michigan, Iowa, Texas, Oklahoma State. So, let's go ahead and kick it off. Things first, Georgia and Alabama. Well, this could be a pretty good game. Georgia, neither of these teams looked good last week. Georgia, struggled terribly against, in a rebuilding process, Georgia Tech team in Atlanta, 31-23. This wasn't a good game last week. Our defense didn't play good. And Alabama, as we all know, they they're coming off a thrilling win over Auburn in Jordan-Hare. They beat Auburn, 4th and goal from the 31-yard line, a pass to Isaiah Bond in the quarter of the end zone. Put away Auburn, 27-24 in Jordan-Hare. This could be a good game. UGA opens up as a 6.5-point favorite over Alabama as of recently. And this could, I don't know. As for injuries go, and I'm not one of these fans who blame a loss on the injury. So if we do lose this game, it's not injuries. Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey, Ra Thomas, and one of our best offensive linemen, Tate Ratledge, aren't playing for, I don't know if they're playing or not yet, based on what I've read. Alabama's McClellan is out, so that's a big loss for them, but, oh boy, you know, they lose this game, that's all we're gonna hear. McClellan's out, you still. That's why I want this win so bad, because Bama has the worst fans on the entire fucking internet, I swear. God, you don't hear them. They lose a game, they don't handle it well, so. There's so many Bama fans I just love to run off the internet, but, I think, the defense is gonna have to stop, Jalen Milroe big time. Jalen Milroe is a good running quarterback, but not much passing, so but a couple injuries are some setbacks, but if we do lose this game, I'm not going to blame it on injuries. I'm taking UGA to win. I wouldn't bet a dime on this game, but I think it's going to be close. Picking UGA 38, Alabama 31. This could be a dangerous situation for both teams because, as you know, Alabama loses this game. Their playoff hopes are done. They're probably going to go play in some New Year's 6 game, non-playoff game. So that'll be basically at the end of Alabama's season. Georgia, I don't know what's going to happen if they lose this game, but most likely not make the playoffs because of non-conference champion. I don't know why the committee would put Georgia in and not Alabama, but taking UGA to win this game close in a point spread, some offensive setbacks, but we still have Dylan Bell, Kendall Milton, and Dejon Edwards, so that will some good offensive players right there. UGA walks out of Atlanta and beats Alabama 38-31. Talk about Louisville and Florida State. Will Florida State get upset by Louisville? That's a good question. I think Florida State will get a close win in this game. I'm picking. I know Louisville. People are actually picking Louisville to win this game. Florida State's not as good without Jordan Travis. We saw that last week against Florida. They barely beat Florida. Louisville lost to a terrible Kentucky team 5-loss Kentucky team. Blew their playoff hopes right there, so they're going to some non-conference game. I don't know. That will be a 3-loss team if they lose this game. Picking Florida State to win, though, probably. God. think I'm picking Florida State to go. Let's do 28 to 24. Florida State beats Louisville. Louisville got embarrassed last Saturday. They didn't look all that great. Kentucky lost to South Carolina. They go on to win and get a top 10 road win against the overrated Louisville team. They should have never been in playoff contention, Louisville. I don't think Florida State is not even a top 10 team, really. Their only good win was LSU, which is a 3-loss team right now. So a 3-loss LSU. And then everyone's like, oh, Florida State's good. No, they're not a top 10 team. Texas would beat them. Oregon would beat them. Washington would most likely beat them. So, Bama would probably lose to them. But I'm not picking Louisville. I think Florida State may have a draggy start to this game, but they pull away and beat Louisville. Up tonight, we got Washington versus Oregon. Okay, the rematch from the game. Oregon lost this game about 2 months ago in a heartbreaking fashion, lost on a missed 43-yard field goal. Washington won 33-30. I think Dan Lennings made some bad coaching decisions in that game, but I don't think he's going to do that in this game. I think he's going to straighten up and get Oregon this win. I don't think this game might not be close. I think Oregon's out for blood. I think they're a way better team than Washington. You know what? And they're probably going to fix their mistakes. I'm not picking Washington. Oregon should be a favorite. They should win this game. How about 41-24 Oregon? Oregon's just good. They might win it all. I'm not joking. Bo Nix has put up some incredible numbers. Their defense looked good last week. They blew the hell out of a top 15 Oregon State team. That's pretty good. I'm not picking Washington. Washington's overrated. Their offense was... They had to win on a walk-on field goal against like a 6-loss Washington State. Okay, I know it's a rivalry game. How many people in my comment section on my Ole Miss video from last week told me, it's a rivalry game. You're going to be close. No, you shouldn't struggle with these shitty teams like Washington and Washington State. No, you can't. I mean, I'm not expecting blowouts, but you should at least win by like 21 or 14, dude. Like, not sluggish like a 3 points. Like, are you serious? Come on, man. Same thing with Alabama and Auburn. I know it's a close game, but Alabama should have won by like 14 or 21. Auburn's just not that good. Okay, you shouldn't struggle with teams like that. I'm not even my own team. Georgia's struggling with Georgia Tech last week. You should have won by more than what we did. I don't care if it's a rivalry game or what, but yeah, you should win by more than what you did. But anyway, Oregon and Washington State. I'm picking Oregon to win. Bo Nix has a good game. And Oregon will be off to the college football playoff where I think they belong after the win. So, yeah. Let's talk about Texas and Oklahoma State for the Big 12 title game. Okay, I think Oklahoma State could make this a close game. I'm not picking Oklahoma State to win, but I think they can make this a good game. Oklahoma State is really an underrated team. Well, they've had some flukes like that Central Florida blowout. That was just fucking stupid. 48-3 to Central Florida. Shouldn't happen to a top 20 team. It did. They'll put that past them. They play Texas. Texas is a good team, I think. They blew the hell out of Texas Tech. It wasn't even 57-7 over Texas Tech. Last week, good win for them. Oklahoma State. Now, I'm high on Mike Gurdy. I think he's a good coach. He may have something or two about winning this game. So rooting for. Well, I kind of want Texas to win. So if Bama does beat Georgia, Bama doesn't get in. I fucking can't stand Bama. But so I'm rooting for Texas, sort of. But I think Mike Gurdy knows what he's doing at Oklahoma State. I think he could get the Cowboys a big upset win. I think this game is going to be closer than what people think. How about picking Texas to win on a 33-31? Holy shit. 2-point victory for Oklahoma State. I think it's going to be a good game. Oklahoma State will probably lead, and Texas will just keep responding. eventually just take the lead for good and put away this game. Maybe a possibly game-winning field goal. Oklahoma State is good, but I don't think they're as good as Texas. So, yeah, Texas wins this game in a close one. Quinn Ewers probably have himself a good game here. In the fourth quarter, he may have a bad game. Texas offense too. So, Texas wins a close one in Arlington. Next up, Michigan and Iowa. Okay, this isn't going to be a close game. I think Michigan covers the point spread. They're a 21.5-point favorite over Iowa in the recent odds. I think they cover that point spread and probably get more than that. Probably 24 or 30. Iowa does have a good defense, but they're just not on the same level as Michigan. It's obvious. I know Michigan cheated. So if this one may be forfeited in about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. But, Michigan, they beat Ohio State last week. They proved they're good. They're the best team in the Big Ten. Think they go on to the college football playoff. And I think they're going to crush Iowa. Iowa's offense is just god-awful. Has been for years. I talked about that last week in the last prediction video. Yeah, Michigan's winning this game big time. They'll go on to be Big Ten champions, and we'll yeah, J.J. McCarthy will most likely have a good game here, lead Michigan to a Big Ten championship win, and yeah, Michigan 31, Iowa 6. Next up is Liberty versus New Mexico State. Really a pointless game, but let's just hurry up and get into it. I think Liberty will move on to 13-0, beat New Mexico State, and go on and have a pretty good. They've had a good year. I think they might finish the season 14-0, which would be a good win for Liberty. New Mexico State is a good team. They blew out Auburn on the road. That's really hard to do, especially in Jordan Hare. Their defense only gives up about 17.5 points per game, which is also good, but I think Liberty's going to be too much for them. Liberty wins this game 31-20. We got Miami, Ohio versus Toledo. Wow. Let's talk about Miami, Ohio. This is the best season they've had in years. They're usually a bad team. And hey, they're a 2-loss team right now. That's really good for Miami, Ohio. Pat on the shoulder for them. They look like a good MAC school this year. Toledo having a good season just like last year. They were pretty good last year, and I think they're continuing that streak. So, I'm picking Toledo to win, though. But I am rooting for Miami, Ohio in this one. Give me Toledo in a close game, 21-20. Miami, Ohio will fight till the really end against Toledo, but they pull away, they get the win, and they're MAC champions. It's a big game. Tulane versus, number 17 Tulane versus number 25 SMU, while in the AP poll rankings. Do I think SMU will upset Tulane? Yeah, I'm picking that. Tulane opens up as a 3.5 favorite. I picked UTSA to beat them last week. They didn't. But I think SMU will do it. SMU's looking pretty good throughout the season. I think they'll pull on to get the win. How about give me 34-24 SMU. I think they'll win. They'll beat Tulane and get a really big win and knock off Tulane. So, yeah, that's it. Everyone, that's my 2023 Conference Champions predictions. We'll see if I'm right or not tonight, starting with Liberty and New Mexico State, then Oregon and Washington. So, pretty good games. Excited to go to the game tomorrow. So, yeah, that's my predictions, and go Dogs.